Hello, my dear students. I am Lakshmisha PR, Assistant Professor of English, Government First Grade College, Irisave, Chandrayapatna Taluk, Hassan District. In this session, let us recapitulate the entire play, The Tempest, written by William Shakespeare. The Tempest is a play by William Shakespeare, probably written in 1610, 1611, and thought to be one of the last plays that Shakespeare wrote alone. The Tempest, the play that The Tempest is written by William Shakespeare. It might be written probably in 1610 or 1611. Some critics say that The Tempest is one of the last plays written by William Shakespeare. The play contains music and songs that evoke the spirit of enchantment on the magical island. In this play, William Shakespeare uses music and songs as techniques to attract the attention of the audience. It explores many themes, including magic, fantasy, betrayal, revenge, family, and love. The Tempest includes many themes such as magic, which has been used by Prospero and other characters to control them and to get his kingdom back. Betrayal is one of the main themes of the play. Revenge, family, and love are other themes. Here, betrayal is one of the major themes of the play, The Tempest. Here, Prospero is betrayed by his brother Antonio, where the latter tries to become the Duke of Milan by cheating his own brother Prospero. Another main theme of the play, The Tempest, is revenge. Here, Prospero is cheated by Antonio. As you all know, Prospero is cheated by Antonio and Alonso, who is the king of Naples. In order to get his kingdom back, Prospero decides to take revenge on Antonio and Alonso by using his magic. Family is also the theme of the play, The Tempest. There are 3 to 4 main families in the play. These main families dominate the entire play. Prospero's family includes Miranda. Miranda is Prospero's daughter. Antonio. Antonio is Prospero's younger brother. Alonso's family. There is another family called Alonso's family. Alonso's family includes Ferdinand, who is Alonso's son, and Sebastian, who is Alonso's brother. Sycorax and Caliban belong to another family. The love between Ferdinand and Miranda is one of the major themes of the play The Tempest. How Prospero gives so many trials to both Ferdinand and Miranda to build their love strongly. Finally, Ferdinand and Miranda pass all the trials set by Prospero to win their love. The Tempest is a romantic comedy that observes the structure of a classical play, observing unities of time, place, and action. The play takes place in a single day in a single location of the enchanted island. When it comes to structure of the play, The Tempest has 5 acts, and the whole play will be completed in a single day in a single location, and it maintains unities of time, place, and action. Among 5 acts, each act from the play consists separate scenes. In Act 4, a wedding mask serves as a play within the play concept and contributes spectacle, allegory, and elevated language. William Shakespeare uses the technique of mask in Act 4, which serves as a play within the play concept. Here, Act 4 can be considered as a small play. A ship is caught in a powerful storm. There is terror and confusion on board, and the vessel is shipwrecked. When the play opens, we see a powerful storm on the sea. The storm affects a ship which has been sailing on the sea. In the ship, Alonso, the king of Naples, his son Ferdinand, his brother Sebastian, his friend Antonio, and his trusted counselor Gonzalo, along with comedians, jester, boatswain, master of the ship, have been traveling. When the storm occurs, all travelers are confused and frightened. But the storm is a magical creation carried out by the spirit Ariel and caused by the magic of Prospero, who was the Duke of Milan before his dukedom was usurped and taken from him by his brother Antonio, supported by Alonso, the king of Naples. It is not a natural storm. When storm occurs in the sea, it is not a natural storm, but intentionally it is created by Prospero, the protagonist of the play. Prospero uses his magic power to create the storm because he has been cheated by his brother Antonio and Alonso, who is the king of Naples. So he is creating this storm to get his kingdom back. That was 12 years ago when he and his young daughter Miranda were set adrift on the sea and eventually stranded on an island. Now, Prospero narrates everything to his daughter Miranda because Miranda is crying. She was crying because when she watched the scene where sailors were crying, she was shocked to see the scene. Now, Prospero narrates everything to his daughter Miranda that out 12 years ago, he and Miranda 12 years ago, he and Miranda have been thrown into a broken boat by Antonio and Alonso because Antonio decided to become the king, Duke of Milan. At that time, Gonzalo has helped Prospero by providing food, water, and books. Then Prospero reaches an island and has been staying in the island since 12 years. Now look at the let us have a look at the picture which shows that how sailors means Alonso, Sebastian, Antonio, Ferdinand are confused when the storm begins, and on the bank of the ocean Prospero and Miranda are watching the scene. Among those on board the shipwreck are Antonio and Alonso. As I have already told you, when shipwreck occurs, who were there? Who were there? The main characters are Antonio and Alonso. Alonso also on the ship are Alonso's brother Sebastian, son Ferdinand, and trusted counselor Gonzalo. These sailors, these Antonio, Alonso, Sebastian, Ferdinand, they have been returning from, they have completed Alonso's daughter's marriage and they were returning to Naples. While returning to Naples, Prospero created this shipwreck. Therefore, when shipwreck occurs, Antonio, Alonso, Sebastian, Ferdinand, Gonzalo were there. Prospero plots to reverse what was done to him 12 years ago and regain his office or kingdom. 12 years ago, this Antonio and Alonso, they decided to kill Prospero, but by God's grace, he was saved by Gonzalo, and Prospero was thrown into a boat along with his daughter Miranda. Then he came to this island. Now he has decided to take revenge both on Antonio and Alonso. Using magic, he separates the shipwreck survivors into groups on the island. Now, when Prospero came to this island, he learned the habit of magic. Now he knows magic, how to control others. He can kill anyone. He can kill anyone. Now he has magical powers. By using his magical powers, he separates people into groups who are sailing on the sea. Ferdinand, who is found by Prospero and Miranda, it is part of Prospero's plan to encourage a romantic relationship between Ferdinand and Miranda, and they do fall in love. Prospero has decided to create a love between Ferdinand and Miranda. Therefore, lonely Prospero divides Ferdinand into a single man. So, when Ferdinand reaches the island, he sees Miranda, and Miranda sees Ferdinand, and they fall in love together. Trinculo, the king's jester, and Stefano, the king's drunken butler, who are found by Caliban, a monstrous figure who had been living on the island before Prospero arrived, and whom Prospero adopted, raised, and enslaved. Now, Prospero he separates Trinculo and Stefano into one group. Intentionally, he has decided to separate these two people who come to the island and meet Caliban, who is none other than Sycorax's son. And this Caliban, he was educated, he was raised by Prospero, but this idiot Caliban, he tried to rape Miranda, so Prospero thrown him into the separate hut. Now, these Trinculo, Stefano, and Caliban, they made a separate group. These three will raise an unsuccessful coup against Prospero, acting as the play's comic relief by doing so. These Stefano, Trinculo, and Caliban thinks that he was enslaved by Prospero, so he has decided to kill Prospero. Now he is getting the support of Stefano and Trinculo to kill Prospero, and the Stefano, he prepares wine and gives this wine to Caliban and Trinculo. They are drinking, they are dancing, they are singing, and they create comic atmosphere in the play. Alonso, Sebastian, Antonio, Gonzalo, and two attendant lords, Adrian and Francisco, are separated. Prospero intentionally separates Alonso, Sebastian, Antonio, Gonzalo, and lords, Adrian and Francisco, into separate groups. Now, by getting the support of Ariel, Prospero separates all people into 5 to 6 groups. Ferdinand is alone. Stefano and Trinculo, they were separated, and then Alonso, Sebastian, Antonio, Gonzalo, they were separated. Master and Boatswain, they were separated. Now, by using his magic, he separates people. Prospero separates people. Antonio and Sebastian conspires to kill Alonso and Gonzalo so Sebastian can become the king. At Prospero's command, Ariel thwarts this conspiracy. Now they think that Ferdinand thinks that he lost everyone. He lost he lost his father, he lost Sebastian, he lost Antonio. He thinks that he lost everyone. Alonso, Gonzalo, Antonio, Sebastian, they think that they lost everyone except them. The Stefano and Trinculo, they think that except Trinculo and Stefano, all were dead. All were dead. Now, while searching for Ferdinand on the island, Alonso, Sebastian, Gonzalo, Antonio, they were searching for Ferdinand. While searching, Sebastian and Antonio made a conspiracy. They hatched a conspiracy to kill Alonso and Gonzalo when Gonzalo and Alonso were sleeping on the sand. Antonio makes the mind of the Sebastian poison because Antonio is saying that if you kill Alonso, you will become the king of Naples. But this conspiracy was stopped by Ariel. Prospero commands Ariel to stop this conspiracy, and Ariel stops this conspiracy. Later in the play, Ariel, in the guise of a harpy, confronts the three nobles, Antonio, Alonso, and Sebastian, causing them to flee in guilt for their crimes against Prospero and each other. Now, Ariel comes to the place where Alonso, Antonio, and Sebastian were staying, and Ariel commands them, and it gives tortures. Ariel gives tortures to Antonio, Alonso, and Sebastian, and it makes them to agree with their crimes they have committed. Antonio and Alonso committed crimes because they cheated. They tried to kill Prospero. Now they are repenting. They are agreeing. They are agreeing their crimes. The ship's captain and boatswain, who along with the other sailors are asleep until the final act. Ariel, by getting the support of Prospero, makes the captain of the master of the ship and boatswain to feel sleepy until the final act of the play. Prospero betroths Miranda to marry Ferdinand and instructs Ariel to bring some other spirits to celebrate the festival. At last, in the meanwhile, Prospero gives so many trials to Ferdinand and Miranda to win their love. Now, both Miranda and Ferdinand they passed the trials set by Prospero, and at last, finally, Prospero decided to make marry Ferdinand and Miranda. The mask will feature classical goddesses Juno, Ceres, and Iris, and will bless and celebrate the betrothal. In Act 4, it is called as mask scene. Act 4, Shakespeare uses this technique as play within the play concept. In Act 4, these spirits called goddesses, they can be called as goddesses Juno, Ceres, Iris, they come and bless the young couple who are none other than Miranda and Ferdinand. The mask will also instruct the young couple on marriage and on the value of chastity until then. And these goddesses, these spirits, along with Prospero, they warn Ferdinand and Miranda that until the marriage is completed, they have to maintain, both Ferdinand and Miranda, they have to maintain chastity. The mask is suddenly interrupted when Prospero realizes he had forgotten the plot against his life. While this mask was going on when Juno, Iris, Ceres, they were blessing the young couple and they were blessing the young couple. Prospero remembers something, which was how Caliban, Trinculo, and Stefano decided to kill him. Now he reminds himself that these trio decided to kill him. Now he gives commands to Ariel to think about the conspiracy hatched by Caliban, Stefano, and Trinculo. Eventually, Prospero stops the mask. He orders Ariel to deal with this. Caliban, Trinculo, and Stefano are chased off into the swamps by goblins in the shape of moons. When Caliban, Trinculo, and Stefano reaches the hut of Prospero, they see rich clothes and they have decided to steal the clothes, but Prospero and Ariel come to the place disguised as spirits and along with dogs, and these Caliban, Stefano, and Trinculo are chased by dogs. Prospero vows that once he achieves his goals, he will set Ariel free and abandon his magic. Now, Prospero promises that when he gets his kingdom back, he will set Ariel free, and he has decided to abandon his magic when he achieves his goals. Now, let us have a look where Caliban, Stefano, and Trinculo are dancing. Now look at how they are carrying wine, they are drinking, they are dancing, they are singing, they are enjoying. Ending of the play. Ariel brings on Alonso, Antonio, and Sebastian. Prospero forgives all three and warns Antonio and Sebastian that he could blackmail them, though he won't. At last, Ariel brings everyone to the place where Prospero is staying. Now they have agreed. Alonso, Antonio, and Sebastian, they had agreed their mistakes, and now they are repenting. They are repenting, but Prospero forgives them all, and he says that he doesn't torture anyone and he doesn't take any revenge on anyone. Prospero's former title, Duke of Milan, is restored. Now, Alonso says that your kingdom will be given to you. Prospero's kingdom would be given to Prospero, and he will be the Duke of Milan. Ariel fetches the sailors from the ship, then Caliban, Trinculo, and Stefano. Caliban, seemingly filled with regret, promises to be good. At first, Ariel brings Antonio, Alonso, and Sebastian. They have repented. They have already repented. For the second time, Ariel brings Caliban, Stefano, and Trinculo to the place where Prospero is staying. Now they are also repenting for the crimes they have committed. Stefano and Trinculo are ridiculed and sent away in shame by Prospero. At last, Prospero forgives everyone, and these Caliban, Stefano, and Trinculo, they are given the work of hut, decorating the room of Prospero. Before the reunited group, all the noble characters, including Miranda and Prospero, leaves the island. Now they stay the night there in Prospero's hut, where Prospero narrates everything. How 12 years ago he came to this place and how Sycorax was living here. Then how he learns his magic, and now he has narrated everything in detail to Alonso and his companions, and by tomorrow morning they are sailing towards Naples and Milan. Ariel is told to provide good weather to guide the king's ship back to the royal fleet and then to Naples, where Ferdinand and Miranda will be married. Now, at last, Ariel is assigned to create good weather. Prospero assigns the work of creating good weather, while Alonso, along with his companions, and Miranda and Ferdinand are sailing towards Naples. When they reach Naples, Ferdinand and Miranda will be married there. Now, when this task is over, creating good weather task is over, Ariel will get his freedom. After this, Ariel is set free. In the epilogue, Prospero requests that the audience set him free with their applause. In epilogue, Prospero he has already decided to leave his magic and he throws his magic book, burn his magic stick, and now he requests the audience to give him a big applause because in order to become free, audience should applaud him. Eventually, audience gives him a big applause and Prospero prostrates in front of the audience and says goodbye to everyone. Thank you. Thank you, one and all. And let us have a topic for group discussion. When it comes to group discussion, you have to discuss what was the necessity for introducing the subplot of Antonio Sebastian and Alonso? Do you think Ariel was treated fairly by Prospero? Third question is discuss why Prospero relinquishes magic at the end of the play. And fourth question is why do you think so much music and magic is used in this play? We have to discuss these four questions in group discussion. Thank you one and all.